Look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. Now, Golden State's starting five. They've got Porzingis. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. And it's Spencer in at the shooting guard position. And for the 76ers, in the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. MV out there with Embiid, and it's George in at the small forward position. We know these two teams rack up the assists. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player and ball movement, getting everyone involved. It makes both teams that much more difficult to defend.
Now, here's Kuminga. Back to Butler. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Strong move by Butler, making sure that was a quality possession.
MP kicks to Maxey. Shoots. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Well, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Pass to Butler. Back to Pajemski. They get it back. And Butler gets it to go. Butler's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, hustle points there from Butler, always looking at ways to hurt you.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Earlier, I spoke with Nick Nurse. He said, let's be honest, Jimmy Butler is one guy we have to be aware of at all times. When it comes to a player who's as versatile as he is, that means the D has to be versatile too. That means showing Butler various looks and various defenders. Back to you, Kevin.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Edgecombe. The three from George. MP passes to Embiid. Good on the shot.
From point-blank range, you won't see Embiid miss many.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Floats it up for Kuminga. Paul George with the steal. MP right side. Pass to Maxey. Here's Kendall. And that one drops for him. MP with video game numbers. How about the 60, 20, and 10 triple-double?
An all-time game in league history. MP just doing everything. This guy is a human cheat code.
Kuminga, no good. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Maxey finds MP. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And this is the thing about MP. He has the poise to take high percentage shots.
And you look at the addition of Jimmy Butler. G.A., why has he been such a fit for the Warriors?
He really is an unselfish, high IQ superstar, and that's what the Warriors are all about. And his isolation, interior scoring has given them another look offensively.
Well, Maxey likes when the pace picks up, and you saw it right there. No hesitation on that catch and shoot.
Embiid against Porzingis. Right side, Butler. Can't hit from the elbow.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now, here's Maxey. He has 5. Launches a 3. Edgecombe, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Spencer, and the rejection by him. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls,
the previous play is under review.
Fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effective.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
A lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Warriors trail by 8. Pass to Spencer. And here's Porzingis. Now Pajemski. Nailed from three-point land.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the 76ers. Tipped away. Out left of the wing. No one near Edgecombe as he lets it fly. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Outside Butler. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. 5 to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Shot by Pajemski, no good.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough.
Oh! That's as good as it gets. Woo!
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
They're firing on all cylinders, executing the game plan coming in.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Here are the top distributors from last season. These guys always seem to find the open man. MB is number 1.
And it was the kind of season that he'd like to repeat over and over. Nobody was better at creating easy baskets for their teammates.
And it's good for 2.
And you see him flexing a little bit after that finish. Butler just shrugging off the defense.
MP sets the screen for Edgecombe. Kicks it out to Maxey. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 6 assists here tonight. Pass to Pajemski. Here's Green. Now here's Butler. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Edgecombe.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss is just on him.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
Now here's Butler. 25 points last game.
How about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
To the paint, here's Edgecombe. And he uses the glass on the layup. Edgecombe's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
Now here's Butler. He's got 10. And the wide open shot from Green. Drills it from outside. Green's got 5 now.
Yeah, he's a below-average shooter from distance, but when Green is connecting from out there, it really opens up the offense.
And to the sideline we go. Let's catch you up on the story about Kristaps Porzingis. How's he doing, Allie?
Thanks, guys. I just talked with the Warriors' head athletic trainer. It's a bruised shoulder, and while uncomfortable, they'll be glad it's not a more serious injury. Nobody wants an injury, especially this early in the season, but the good news, he's been cleared by the training staff to play through it. Guys?
Thank you, Allie. We appreciate the update.
Well, he certainly didn't envision his season going like this, but it happens to the best of them, and now it's all about how you respond to it.
Here's Maxey. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. 76ers moving the ball around. And MP throws it down.
Wow, MP just explodes off the floor. What an athlete.
Warriors trail by 13. Pass to Pajemski. Back to Butler. Down low. Green. And Green slams it in.
And that's a little lack of fight
at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
It looked like a let-up from the team in the lead.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Green with the screen on George. Kuminga with a wide open look. And it's off from three-point range. George dishes to MP. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the 76ers. Andre Drummond's checked in for Joel Embiid. Hachimura comes in for George. And Jared McCain subbed in for Edgecombe. And the Warriors also making a change. Porzingis is checked in.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Here's Butler. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
The 76ers making a switch here. Grimes is checked in. Then for the Warriors, Richards is checked in. And it's Shake Milton in for Brandon Pajemski. Basket counts. That's 12 points for MP.
And really setting the tone early with their three-point shooting.
And Milton's got the ball here for Golden State. Down by 15. Kuminga sets a screen for Butler. Over MP. Butler, no good. And Jimmy Butler is what some might call an old-school kind of player. Would you agree, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, he's all toughness, grit, and basketball IQ. A tone setter at the defensive end who plays unselfishly. That guy is all about winning.
Now here's Butler. 14 points for him. Kuminga, no good.
Well, I'm not sure if he was surprised to be that wide open, but something got him out of focus.
And Drummond kicks to Hachimura. Here's MP, and MP throws it down.
And he is just piling up the numbers here. MP seems to improve every time we see him. Such an impressive talent.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against Charlotte just played phenomenal. He had 65 points, and that's not to mention the fact that by the end of the night, he had a triple-double. A reminder of the amazing things that he's capable of on any given night. It'll be hard to match that tonight, but he'll try. Guys?
All right, Allie, great stuff as always. Greg, we'll see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
Well, I expect they'll go to him early here, hoping for a repeat performance.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
34 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Butler in the corner. 6 to shoot. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Moody comes in for Jonathan Kuminga.
And there is so much that Butler brings to this offense. He can be their primary scorer or a facilitator. He has a very high basketball IQ.
Butler. And he makes that one. Butler's got 20.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And we'll be right back after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left.
Oh, nice! And how about this youngster, MP, the concentration to get that bucket even through the contact?
Philadelphia shooting their first free throw of the night.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team, so you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
Here's Green. It's hauled in by MP. MP's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Well, McCain's confidence right now is off the charts. You saw how ready he was to fire that as soon as he touched it.
Pass to Richards. Now Milton. There's a good screen. This one for 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. MP's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Hachimura finds MP. Back to Hachimura. 76ers moving the ball around. Pass to MP. And MP throws it down hard.
Oh, it is nice to be young. MP.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. And here is Milton. Now here's Green. Inside. Here's Richards, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
McCain against Milton. And a wide open look for MP. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
His efficiency throughout this game has really been something, and his team has been able to succeed in large part because of it.
Pass to Moody. Lets it go with a 3. MP grabs the miss. MP's got 8 rebounds in this game.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Hachimura kicks to MP. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
MP is a cool customer from 3. Great form from the up-and-coming player.
Timeout called the Warriors. Paul George is checked in for Philadelphia. Maxey comes in for Quentin Grimes. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. In the corner, Moody with it. Outside, Green. And he banks in the layup. 9 points for Draymond Green.
And Draymond is smart at knowing when to shoot the ball, especially when he's got strong position inside.
MP passes to Maxey. MP with a screen on Green. Maxey kicks to MP. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Warriors have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Moody the pass to Spencer. Bajemski with it. Pass to Porzingis. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. MP passes to Maxey. The tray. And Spencer pulls it down. Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Now Moody. Now Bajemski. Last time out he had 13 points. Here's Green. It's hauled in by the 76ers. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
Yeah, and they got the better of this matchup both times they faced off last season. Do they still have their number?
Yeah, these teams are a little different from last year, and I think it's anyone's game. I can't wait to see how they match up.
Pass to Bajemski. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Porzingis sets the pick for Green. They need this, and it's good on the way in. Green's got 4 this quarter.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Back to Maxey. Pass to Bona. Count that one. Bona's got his first points of the game.
I love that decision from Maxey, playing very selflessly out there.
Pajemski finds Porzingis. Here's Spencer. Now here's Green. Here's Spencer. McCain defending. Now Pajemski. And here's Green outside. That one's off. He's made 5 and missed 3 now. Here's MP. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. MP's got 30 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Pass to Moody. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Now Pajemski. He's covered by Maxey. Shot by Pajemski, no good.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
He's picking up right where he left off from beyond the arc this quarter.
Pass to Spencer. Tim, you know, you've played it for so long. The intensity of competition can lead to some heated communication, even between those on the same team.
Oh, Kevin, believe me, in the 10 years I played in the league, you often see that between teammates because you have highly competitive individuals who aren't always going to see eye to eye.
But don't you think that's good, though, that competitive tension that may exist within a team?
It creates an edge, Kevin, that you need to win in this league.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. Edgecombe comes in for Jared McCain. And then for Golden State, Butler comes in for Green. And it's Jonathan Kuminga in for Moses Moody. Outside, Porzingis. And the Warriors miss again.
Well, you can't make them all, but I doubt the defense wants to give him that kind of look again.
From deep, Maxey hits the three-point bomb. Maxey's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Well, he has dictated the tempo this entire quarter, getting basically whatever he wants offensively.
Here's Butler, and foul on the shot. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time
The previous play is under review.
constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Replays. You really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey guys, Tyrese Maxey trying to do it all for his team. He said, I think the biggest part is leadership. I need to lead by example and lead with my voice. I have to play well, and if I do that, I can demand respect with my play. But I really want to set a good example just by how hard I work. Kevin, back to you.
Great mentality. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Moody's checked in for Butler. Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who are the best shooters from behind the arc last season. MP is number 1. Second is Tyrese Maxey.
What shooting we saw from them all season. I mean, I'd love to see these guys in a game of horse. They'd probably be draining shots from midcourt.
Porzingis kicks to Kuminga. There's the drive, and Kuminga throws it down.
That is elite acceleration by Kuminga. What an athlete.
Pass to George. Back to MP. It's stolen by Kuminga. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
And a moment to check out Tyrese Maxey here.
Great showing for him last season. And as one of the NBA's top 5 scorers, you also can't forget what an outstanding year he had offensively.
And you pointed out his ranking as the second best shooter in the league last season. I think with a little extra work, he could become number 1 this time around. Pass to Spencer. And the rejection by MP. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. And the Warriors with possession here. Here's Kuminga. And a miss there on the triple. Kuminga's gone only 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. And MP throws it down hard.
Well, young players like MP know that if they run the floor, they will be rewarded.
The Warriors shooting in the second quarter has been pretty iffy, down 32%. Porzingis with the steal. Moody with it. Now defended by Embiid. Pass to Podziemski. Here's Spencer. Outside Kuminga. Shot clock at 5. And again, no good by Golden State.
Oh, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
A solid facilitator. I like whenever Maxey looks to get his guys involved.
The Warriors shooting well. They're at 45%. Pass to Podziemski. And here is Kuminga. And the rejection by MP. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP. And some changes here for the 76ers. Andre Drummond comes in for Joel Embiid. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Paul George. Porzingis passes to Moody. Here's the three. Sinks the three-pointer. Moody's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
From deep, Maxey, and he's good on the 3-ball.
That's his 5th three-pointer of the half, filling it up.
And Kuminga gets it to go. Kuminga's got 4 this quarter.
What a great pass. It was on time and on target.
MP kicks to Maxey. Shoots the 3, and another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates.
Here's the screen. Back to Podziemski. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
There's 47 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Edgecombe. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Edgecombe's gone 67% from the field, 4 of 6. And the foul called on MP. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Here's Podziemski. To the inside. Here's Kuminga.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Grimes with it. MP right side. And MP throws it down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers able to put on a show for the ages. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half,
Well, I think for the Warriors, this team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things. And I got to say, they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
And let's move on to that first half. Talk about a rough start for Golden State.
I'll say this. Yeah, you want to protect the paint. But when you're getting killed from long range, you have to make the adjustment defensively. They're not going to win like this.
Seems highly unlikely, indeed. And that's all for us. Now it's time to sit.
And And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. MP really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
So let's head to the sidelines. We've got some news on Jimmy Butler. Hey, Allie, what are they saying over there?
Guys, I was able to catch up with the Warriors head athletic trainer. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. They've made the call that they feel it's okay for him to play. And even though there's a moderate recovery time, he's also confident at the moment to be back on the floor.
Allie, thanks as always. We appreciate the report.
Unfortunately, that's not a walk-it-off type of situation. That's just tough. You know, it didn't look good when we saw him go down.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. We've got Butler. He's out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Podziemski out there with Porzingis. And it's Spencer in at the 2. Pass to Podziemski. Outside, Kuminga. Butler on the wing. From downtown, it's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Maxey with it. Kuminga picks him up. Back to MP. And good! There's another.
Some guys make the game look easy. He's at 40 yet again.
And now he's top 5 in NBA history for 40-point games. The Warriors shooting reasonably well, 45%. Pass to Podziemski. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists tonight.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Looming large on the interior. Embiid, hard to deny.
Here's Spencer. There's the triple. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's George. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Outside, Kuminga. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Here's Butler. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on MP.
And Jimmy Butler earning himself another whistle. He knows how to draw contact.
Both good from the line that time. Every so often, Tim, you heard the term defensive anchor. What defines one in the way you look at the game?
Well, I think it's that player that's on the back line, protecting the rim, but also able to see the entire floor. That is where your best communicator often resides.
How did you grade your defensive abilities when you played?
I battled, Kevin. You're going to have to kill me to stop me. That's the way I looked at it.
6 on the shot clock. And that one drops. Butler's got 26 points.
And if Butler gets going, he is not going to let up. He will continue to attack over and over again.
Offensive rebound doesn't go for him. Warriors have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And slam dunk by Butler.
And he's never been shy about asserting his dominance. This is classic Jimmy Butler play so far.
And the dunk by Embiid.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Pass to Spencer. Outside, Porzingis. Here's Spencer. From outside, off the mark.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Edgecombe. Edgecombe's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Kuminga, screen on MP. The shot by Butler, nobody around. His three-pointers off the mark. The 76ers have gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Very strong. And yes, it's good.
And that is killer instinct, just continuing to pile it on.
The Warriors have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. MP against Butler. Outside, Kuminga. No good from outside.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
Oh, that's offensive interference. And the 76ers with some changes. Bonus checked in, and it's Hachimura in for Paul George. Butler on the wing. Lays it up and banks it in. Butler's got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, that's why his teammates look to get him down on the block. It is clear how confident he is down there.
MP sets the screen for Maxey. And another assist for him. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Pass to Spencer. Back to Butler. MP grabs the miss.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often. And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's just good coaching. They have made the better adjustments.
Pass to Spencer. Butler kicks to Kuminga. Back to Butler, beyond the arc. Good defense by MP.
And all the credit goes to the defender. Very hard to contest threes without fouling. And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Now Podziemski. 8 points for him. Will it go? Here's Porzingis. Rebound by the 76ers. MP's got his 18th rebound here tonight. Oh, whoa! What a play!
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T. Back to Butler, lets the three fly. Hachimura grabs the miss. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Three-pointer, another possession, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Outside, Kuminga. And it's MP with the rebound. MP's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work.
I love how under control Hachimura is. Able to push his way through the contact and score. Nice work.
Here's Podziemski. Three-pointer, Butler. Maxey grabs the miss.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it work.
Yeah, it's just time to settle everything down. Get high percentage looks and then D up.
Pass to Spencer. Back to Butler. Can they get it? Here's Spencer. 4 on the shot clock. Fires the three. And the rejection by MP. Shoots from the elbow. Here's Bona. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Bona's got 6. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the 76ers.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Butler against MP. Butler. Back to Podziemski. Here's Kuminga. Hits it from three-point range. Kuminga's got his third basket of the night right there.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
MP finds Hachimura. And here's MP for three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And we see Brandon Pajemski. He's been a valuable player, Tim, since his first day in the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, he's just the type of guy every team could use. He's a winner, high IQ, a hustle player who connects the game, and he can hit shots from deep.
And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
It's good from long range. MP's got 47 points.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
MP against Butler. Count that bucket. Butler's got 12 points in just the second half.
Well, his production is not in question now if he could just get his teammates involved.
And again.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Pass to Pajemski. Outside, Porzingis. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
Yeah, Jimmy throwing it down. Wow, that was tough.
And it's Maxey with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip. On the wing, MP. Non-stop scoring machine here.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Butler against MP. Now here's Butler. Not a lot of room.
And everything Butler does, he does with a bang, including those 2 points.
The three from MP. Another three for Philadelphia.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Philadelphia 76ers. After a fantastic quarter, he's sitting on a double-double. And there's nowhere to go but up for him. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, so impressive for a big guy to make a find like a guard.
.29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the three ball is good.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
Back to Butler. And it's in there. Butler's got 42 in the game.
Yeah, he's been reliable tonight, but that's certainly not the case for his team in general.
Here's Kendall, and got it! Another basket.
And there aren't many players in history with the ability to put up 60.
And he's done it multiple times this season. He's taken volume scoring to a whole new level. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily.